Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about the invasion of Venezuela by United States of America and was it really legal? So the question that has been asked by a lot of these newspapers is that is there any legal justification for the US attack on Venezuela? And I will save you all the trouble of reading all the article. The answer is no. There isn't really any legal justification for America to invade Venezuela, but they can obviously do it because they are America, and America is the most powerful nation on this God's planet. People might say that, oh, they violated United Nations resolution, but who made those things? America did. Come on. So the thing that everyone will talk about is probably the Article 2.4 of this charter, that most of the article will be talking about. I can guarantee you that much. Article 2.4 of the United Nations Charter says, all members shall refrain in the international relations from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state, or in any other manner inconsistent with the purposes of the United Nations. So we obviously know that it's not really legal under United Nations charters to attack any country without like giving proper justifications, but obviously America has justified these things, saying that Maduro was running a drug cartel, although they have not provided enough evidence to support this claim. And overall, I think a lot more drugs were supplied in United States through Mexico and other countries of the Middle America. But we know like America doesn't really give a shit about what other people think or what other people say. It is the most powerful country in the world, as I have said, and they don't really need to give a shit about what other people think or say about their actions. I mean, United States went to war with Afghanistan and like Iraq, so those things were not really sanctioned either, but they do it. The US's actions are only lawful if supported by a resolution from the United Nations Security Council. If the US was acting in self-defense or and is often overlooked if there was consent by the lawful government of Venezuela to the intervention. Now we don't exactly know if there was like consent by the lawful government of Venezuela, but obviously the president did not give this permission, but some members of his parliament might have, so we don't know for sure. A lot of newspapers are saying the exact same thing. Was the capture of Venezuela's president legal? And mostly it wasn't, but legality is more or less a question of power, right? Like if I go out and shoot someone, that would be illegal, but if the government who has the monopoly of power shoots someone, even wrongfully, we can't really do anything, and legal precautions cannot be taken against it. So they got upper hand in that. So was this legal? I don't think so. I don't think it was legal. I think it was pretty much illegal. What if it was just a law enforcement operation? I mean, that is what the Trump administration is arguing. The Trump administrations are arguing that the entire operation was like a military operation and not really a war. The same thing that Russia has been doing the past 3 years, I think, or what, how many years the war in Ukraine is going on. But they are saying it's a military operation because when you say it's a military operation, you can technically say it's not really a war. So you don't really need like the permission from your parliament, or in America's case, the Senate or the House of Representatives. In a press conference following the strikes, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Venezuelan president was a fugitive of American justice. So Maduro has been captured and he's like in New York currently, and he will face justice, but international law isn't dead. Few will mourn the removal of Maduro, widely considered an autocrat. Democracy might even be restored to Venezuela. Nonetheless, the US intervention in Venezuela was a brazen and unlawful as its military strike on Iran in June last year. Yeah, so the strikes in Iran last year was illegal as well, but hey, Iran was making nuclear weapons, so America can say, oh, we are acting in self-defense, so it's not really illegal. Like I said, the definition of legality, especially in the international relation, is kind of like a very 6 7 ish situation, right? Like you can't really say for certain that something is law, because the big countries will obviously like violate these things and we can't really do anything about it. So even if they are unlawful, what are you gonna do? Put sanction on America? You can't do that. Nobody puts sanction on America. America puts sanction on other countries, but you cannot put sanction on America. So you can't really do much of anything about the entire situation that's happening in Venezuela and America's brazen and unlawful military strike. International law is created by all states, not just the powerful few. Yeah, that's not really true now, is it? Like, we know that international law was created by all the most powerful nations in the United Nations. So, like I said, legality is just a matter of opinion in international relationship. The USA has obviously justified its action as self defense. I mean, they have said that, oh, we are doing it because Venezuela is sending so much drug to our country. It's like selling illegally oil to China and other things. What America obviously really wants is, I said before, two things. It wants one, oil from Venezuela, and two, it wants, especially Trump wants the pressure to be lifted over him about all the Epstein files and things, so that we don't like think about the Epstein files and its ramifications anymore. So was it illegal? Yes. Will there be any consequences for doing this illegal activity? No. Like, some people are saying that after this, China might be interested in attacking Taiwan, but I doubt that, because Taiwan is not as weak as Venezuela. Venezuela has been under great economic strain for the last few years. Like, their oil reserves have dried up, they had high inflation rate, the entire country's economic system kind of collapsed, and like a lot of people fled to Colombia and other neighboring countries. Will this thing bring them back democracy? Probably not. But will it like bring a lot of oil companies to Venezuela, American oil companies? Absolutely yes. That's what Donald Trump has said, that a lot of American oil companies will now be going to Venezuela and taking over their oil production, like investing and things like that. So, you know, so was this unlawful? Like I said, it was unlawful, but I don't think America will face any consequences. Like I said, when you're big and when you're strong, the law does not really apply to you, and that is a shame. We want the law to be the same for everyone, but that's not the case. So yeah, uh, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Like, comment and subscribe, and if you have something to say, obviously say in the comments. If you disagree with me, I don't mind. My opinions are not the ultimate opinion, and they are not the final say on any matter. So you can argue with me in the comments, or like say something that you didn't find pleasant in this video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.